Dual Kevin versus Daigo Umehara. Yeah, Daigo was missing for like 20 minutes, by the way. I don't know where the fuck he went. He just sort of wanders away a lot. I don't know what he's doing or what he's looking for, but he kind of just wanders off.
Here we go, Daigo. Going in with that hitbox guile.
Yeah, one thing that's important in this matchup is there's a range where you can
Hacking the hitbox. He's tapping into the matrix. So I'm talking about this in the past Sajam. But the most important thing is notice where Daigo throws booms against Rashid. He usually tries to only throw booms in the range where the roll kick is not able to punish in time. So he stands a little further back. That was tight. He tried to throw it on reaction, and he ended up front throwing it the other way. So yeah, that's also another scary thing about throwing close booms against Rashid. Not only can he roll kick it, but you also have to watch out for the crush, and I also have to watch out for B-Stepster dropping the 10 months. Thanks very much. This crush range is bad, although that wasn't even a boom. Rashid has a lot of good stuff in this matchup, actually. One of the big things that's very nice is he has crouching medium punch for plus frames against 4-frame characters like Guile. Crouching medium punch is +1. A lot of you guys will know that the magic number to throw people in this game is +2. Right? Frames are 5-frame startup, and if a throw hits on the same frame as a button, you lose. So +2 against a character with a 3-frame button means your throw will win. Against 4-frame characters, though, +1 actually works because of that. So that's one situation that you have to think about as a player when you're fighting against a character like Guile, who has a 4-frame button. Am I doing commentary at Versus Fighting in UK? No, that should be sick though. Versus Fighting should be tight, and also Game Over should be fantastic. A lot of dashes from Daigo. He, since switching to hitbox, has talked about the fact that like dashing is very good on hitbox because you can't see his dash. He just like appears in your face, you know? And also, in this match, I can't believe how many times Dual Kevin correctly gets away with EX uppercut. His percentage is crazy high. Big punish. Takes the 50-50. You know, the thing there in that situation, if you're Daigo, I think you can safely block in the front here. Because if he goes behind, he loses the corner. I mean, I guess he can use EX to get out, but he loses the corner, and staying in the front is more advantageous. You want the corner position. He baited that roll, but he couldn't get a punish. I believe I restreamed Versus Fighting Dragon Ball last year. That sounds right. I think it was a tour event, so I restreamed it. I've never been to Europe ever, in general, so no, I have never commentated there either. Yeah, Daigo plays the way he plays Guile is so cool because he doesn't just he uses Guile's normals supremely well, right? That's always been one of his biggest strengths. Nice. He did a walk back there to bait the EX mixer from Dual Kevin, and when that didn't come out, committed to a pretty far spaced out overhead so that he'd be relatively safe even if that was blocked. And there's a bit of a mix-up. Probably not a mix-up in Rashid's favor, but there's a bit of a mix-up here. When you throw that boom, it's not unsafe if he commits the roll kick. But right here, if Daigo tries to do this and he commits the full roll kick, he can counter him. So there's like a kind of a ghetto mix-up for Rashid about whether he commits to the full roll kick or just does the roll. Sajam is never commentated in Europe while simultaneously also stealing all commentary gigs everywhere. You know, they say that. Meanwhile, there was 2 Europeans doing a CPT North America Premier Final this weekend. Nice. This is something that's very important for Rashid players to do. Notice this? So he does standing medium punch, no cancel, and then does EX whirlwind shot roll. I think if you cancel the button, most people are ready, right? Standing medium punch, EX, roll. Most people are ready. But if you do standing medium punch, wait EX, or standing leg kick, walk back EX, or something like that, then it's the timing of it is a little harder to do.
Oh no, Daigo flinched, and that's gonna be a stud, and that means Dual Kevin should
he's dead.
potentially take game number 1. Yes.
Yeah, I always like commentating with Effort. I think we have a fun duo because his energy is great, and he knows a lot about the game, and in general, him and I get along. Like, he's very easy to talk to. Yeah, I agree with you, Zaro's Moon. That's a really good point, actually. It's very similar to Laura players doing like button, walk back, clap, or clap. Or even stuff like crouching heavy punch, V skill back, clap, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, not canceling it means it's harder to react to, because you're ready for the cancel. But then when they don't cancel and do it like like a split second later, you're like, oh shit. I don't get this reference. So I just start talking about Street Fighter. When I didn't get the reference James was doing, I was like, I'm gonna just start talking about Street Fighter.
And the front throw in the corner. Man, Kevin
nice.
really just smothered him so far.
He could have done roll and a medium punch there, but that confirms fine. To add Sajam sub. Was good. I don't get the reference.
Daigo hasn't been able to break himself out of the corner against Dual Kevin yet.
Bazooka knee for some space, but activation.
There's the V reversal.
Some bar for the knockdown.
You know, in that situation, I think Daigo goes for back throw like 3 or 4 times.
Backdash again. Yeah, Dual Kevin really hasn't felt any of this offense from Daigo so far.
Or, you know, Rat Pack. That cracks me up. I had a 50-50 in that moment. I'll probably talk about that clip after this.
So far, we really haven't seen Daigo get too much out of this kind of position.
Damn, double the upside down. You know, when Daigo starts doing shit like this, that's when I feel like he's very hard to beat.
He's already tied it up without taking basically any damage. Oh, God.
The upside down kick as a poke is actually pretty good too. Wow, he went for dash up overhead. He's gonna do it again. Oh, he went low that time. That would have hit anybody, I feel like. Dual Kevin, I like hitting a button there, actually. That's the thing about Dual Kevin. I think he's really good at interrupting dashes and checking people. In general, that's one thing he did really well in a lot of his matches. Was like when people, see that? When people like run up in his space, I think he does a pretty good job most of the time. I noticed that in top 8 when he was playing against, I think it was very first match, and his very first sub Rat Pack drop in the tier 1. Thanks very much. That must have been an accident. It must have been upside down kick. Thanks very much for dropping your first sub on the channel. Very appreciated. Throw stuns here. Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to go for, right? Just like I have to thank Tag88 for dropping the Twitch Prime. Thanks very much. When throw will stun, that's like the worst mix-up in the game, because throw or no throw, you're dead either way. You just have to guess. And if you EX flash kick, like you spend a bar, and if you live, like who's to say you even win the round? So when he gets a knockdown off this EX boom, I mentioned Daigo going with throw a lot, which is why I want to point out that right here, we see a regular hit medium punch. Come on. Regular hit medium punch, no counter hit. Dual Kevin was jumping. Because it's regular hit, and in this situation, Daigo is thrown a lot. So I like that attempt. And then that time EX uppercut, and Daigo went for throw. So, you know. And that wasn't a real meaty, I don't believe, but it ended up catching him anyway. He missed the down jab first. This is where I thought Dual Kevin was smoked him. I thought Dual Kevin beat Daigo 2-0 for top 8. That was a good try. Regular hit again. Try to jump. So in this situation, he did dash up, and he went for roundhouse, thinking like, okay, Daigo's gonna late tech, and he has V-trigger activation available. I like that choice. Regular hit here. He tried to jump. And he just committed to the media. Dude, Dual Kevin woke up EX uppercut there just like a second ago, and Daigo commit to the uppercut again, or the media again. That shit is crazy.
Gotta be careful here. Whip button from Daigo, got him. Not in range, he didn't do EX boom either. Oh my god.
Because of the V-trigger, Daigo has to respect. Yeah, he can't really throw. At this range, he can't be too risky with booms and shit. Oh my. You see Dual Kevin's face? The way he looked, that's exactly how I felt. I was like, this motherfucker did throw break. And the crazy thing is he walked forward a little bit first. After the throw break, so he recovers, and then Daigo walks forward overhead. He doesn't just like do the overhead. I would have done the same shit. I would have got hit by that for sure. Step overhead. And Dual Kevin's like, are you fucking kidding me? I can't believe he stepped forward. After that with no life, he was like, yeah, I'll step forward overhead. Against Dual Kevin too. Look at that walk back. We always talk about it. On this stream, I talk about Daigo's walk back down jab probably every single time I watch him play. And so I try to make it a point on commentary to talk about it. That was a sick punish. When he has any kind of pressure put on him, Daigo will walk back between your buttons. So he's going to stand up. And because he's doing that stand up, he's creating a little bit of space and then throwing down jab boom after if you try to walk up and throw him. He gives a little gap there that's very important. Nice, this is a big combo. He got the clean whirlwind shot, dizzy. I like the V reversal. Walk, yeah, he really wanted that walk up upside down kick. I like raw activation from Dual Kevin too because now he has the V trigger fireball to get himself in. And he has low medium kick whirlwind shot roll kick confirm, which is really good too. He's gonna overhead, right? This is another overhead scenario. Oh shit, the skip. Damn, there's a gap in the VOD. If I remember correctly, it's like another throw break into overhead, right? I mean, that was a skip in the internet or something. The frames on the stream dropped or something. What? I see. There was dropped frames, so it's not clean. This match is crazy. I can see the frames. People always tell me they can see the frames, usually after they have smoked marijuana. That sucks. He was a little too far. And Daigo was too far to get crouching medium punch.
Good choice from Daigo. That's good recognition of the situation, and he's got full resources. This is scary. You don't want to roll in and eat something big, but EX off the table.
Now Daigo with the lead.
Nice, that's good damage, yep.
Kevin getting as much damage as he can.
Yes.
Oh, catches the backdash.
Daigo with V-trigger.
Man, Daigo scares me when he's low on life and he just pursues people with Guile's normals instead of throwing booms. Like, it's such a, like, I can't think of anybody else who plays like that. It's so weird. He pursues. He's like, I'm going in.
Oh my god, not enough to kill. Overhead? Is it gonna happen again?
He can't. If he overheads again, goes low. He walked up and went low, Daigo. He thought he went low again. Dual Kevin's low blocking and the EX
Sonic boom.
Daigo Umehara in top 8 winners of C.
He said he just walked up and went low like 3 times in a row. That's the thing that scares me. Who the fuck goes? Dual Kevin has been hit by like 2 overheads and you walk up and go low, and then he walks up and goes low again. That's the safe choice there, right? The handshake. You know, I don't think I've seen this from Daigo in a while, but notice right after this, he looks back over at him and he says, "Good games." You see that? He says like, "Good games." And you can see like the acknowledgement after from Dual Kevin. I can't remember the last time I feel like I've seen Daigo look over at a player, an English speaking player, and just say like, "Good games." You know what I mean? Like, he was like, "Good games." Like, he was very impressed, you know? It's very rare I feel like I see that from Daigo. So I thought that was really sick because you can tell that Daigo played this close ass fucking tense set with Dual Kevin, who's like, you know, up and coming Street Fighter player now, because he's been a fucking world-class Marvel player. And, you know, I had heard that Dual Kevin went up to Daigo and told him like he was a fan and stuff. So Daigo's like, "Good games, bro." He hit him with like he looked at him, he's like, "Good games." Daigo speaks English, don't let him lie to you. And you can see Kevin's face after. He's like, "Oh shit." He's like, "Good games." Yeah, they posted a photo together after. And Daigo said something like, Kevin came up to me and told me that he was a fan, and like that he when he is in a slump, he like watches my videos for new ideas. So he said something like that kind of encouragement and stuff makes him want to keep playing. You know, it's the kind of like feeling that you get from something like that is what makes you feel like, okay, well, if I can inspire people to play games, then I should keep playing games. That's why I said earlier, remember I told you guys, if you run into somebody at an event that you're a fan of, you like their content, you like him as a player, you run into a player that you like watching, just like, "Hey man, I like watching you play, you're a great player or whatever, or I enjoy watching, you want to play some games, I'm a big fan of the work you do, or I really like this video you put out, or you helped me with this, and that. Cheer someone up. It goes a long way. That little bit will go a long way for someone. If Daigo was like, you know what, I appreciate that, then everybody else will too. Because Daigo has had every single person in the world tell him that they appreciate what he does and that they're a fan, you know?